What's up, Bible Caddy listeners? It's day 9 of our Christmas devotion, and we're tracing God's promised redemption all the way through the Old Testament. And one more day, we're in the book of Isaiah, this time in chapter 49, verses 5 and 6. Again, written 700 years before Jesus ever came. It says this, "And now the Lord says, He who formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob back to him, and that Israel might be gathered to him. He says, it is too light a thing that you should be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to bring back the preserved of Israel. I will make you as a light for the nations, that my salvation may reach the end of the earth." You see, from the womb, Jesus was the servant of the Lord that Isaiah promised. He would be the one who would bring back the people of Israel. But did you pick up on what verse 6 said? Right? It says that it's too light a thing that he would simply bring back Israel to God. God had bigger goals. God's plan was to make his son a light to all the nations. His plan was that salvation would reach the ends of the earth. You remember that's what God promised Abraham over 1,000 years before. And it's just what God intended to accomplish through that baby in the manger in Bethlehem. Now, did you know that just a few days after Jesus was born, when he was presented at the temple or devoted at the temple, there was a wise man in Israel named Simeon. And Simeon was looking for this promised Messiah. And when he saw Jesus come into the temple, he took that baby and he picked him up and he blessed them. And listen to what he says, Luke 29, or chapter 2, verses 29 to 32. He says, "Lord, now you're letting your servant depart in peace, according to your word. For my eyes have seen your salvation, that you have prepared in the presence of all peoples, a light for revelation to the Gentiles and for glory to your people Israel." You see, Simeon, when he saw that baby in the temple, right, who was just days before in that manger, he looks at Jesus and he says, "You're the one that Isaiah promised. You're the servant of the Lord who would bring God's blessing and his salvation to all the nations." That's just who Jesus is.